Alright guys, we are back for Nerd Rage Gaming's FNM live coverage with Round 2, featuring Ben Sliwa and Chris Smith, both Nerd Rage locals, once again playing two very popular decks. The Mardu deck I don't know a lot about, though.
So the Mardu deck is, like I said last time, if you were here for Round 1, like you should have been, is pretty much just trying to one-for-one you and then put you on a clock with Goblin Rabblemaster and Butcher of the Horde. I'm not sure if Chris is playing Seeker of the Way. I know the initial list that Brad Nelson made for GPLA was playing Seeker of the Way, just because at that time there was like the Jeskai Burn deck, and you're trying to gain life against them when you play like Hordling Outbursts and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I know that Brad was probably advocating that that deck was built wrong, and but people were still jamming it back because he did well with it, and he's Brad Nelson.
Yeah, yep.
So
always popular to play those decks.
That's what Chris is trying to do. Ben Sliwa, on the other hand, is trying to play a bunch of tokens and then have Jeskai Ascendancy out and,
kill his opponent?
Play Stoke the Flames for essentially free.
Yes.
But it's like, deal you 4 damage and plus my team.
Yep.
He's going to play Raise the Alarm, so get some tokens and then, untap my team, get +1/+1. Playing the combination of Treasure Cruise in Standard. It's broken everywhere, people. So the interaction between Treasure Cruise and Ascendancy looting is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Refilling your hand just to power out more. I mean, as we saw at the 1K that we had on Sunday that we had coverage of, in the Jeskai combo deck, Treasure Cruise is almost unstoppable. That literally wins the game for them.
Right.
Just seals the deal.
Yeah, especially in Modern, that deck is just insanity. So, Sliwa here, I think he's got
Turn 2 Seeker.
I don't know if he's on 2 lands here or
3.
If he's on 3 lands. I think he's on 2 lands. I might have led there with I might have Magma Jetted end step instead of playing my Seeker.
So you saw the land.
So that I could see if I
Sure.
could hit a land. But there's the argument to be made that now we can just... he does have the 3rd land. Okay, so that play makes more sense.
There was a maul from both players. Both players did go down to 6 here.
Yeah, and I think that's probably... The mulligan probably favors Ben here.
So if you had to pick a deck here for you to play in Standard, what would be your choice?
I play the tokens deck.
You play the tokens list?
Yeah, like I said in round 1, this Mardu midrange deck you just can't beat this deck.
I mean, I can't argue with blue mana, so.
Yeah. So, just there's no way. I mean, like, you're playing Chain of the Rocks and Crackling Doom as good removal spells.
Sure.
But like, okay, Crackling Doom my 1/1, sure. I still have 2 more 1/1s or 1 more 1/1.
So this looks like the jet here.
And I don't particularly like this play from Ben.
Sure.
One way that we can lose this game is our opponent can cast a Rabblemaster and get value out of it. So I'd probably hold up that jet. I don't know if it's... I just don't think it's very good, especially on a mulligan, to sit here and just dome our opponent for 2. Like, that's not what we're about.
Chris has a lot of cards in hand. I mean...
Yeah, and so, like, if he goes Rabblemaster here, I mean, the token's going to live. Granted, next turn we could just Stoke the Flames it, or, I guess, Jeskai Charm it to the top if we really want to do that, but... I mean, Jeskai Charming it... I mean, Stoke the Flamesing it is going to, not allow us to attack with Seeker if we don't draw a land off the top. So, I don't particularly like that, and Chris is going to play a Rabblemaster. And
it is Goblin.
I would much rather Magma Jet the Rabblemaster here than...
Sure.
The 1 point of damage in the lifelink you're getting from Seeker is just not worth it. Now we have to waste a premium removal spell and Stoke the Flames on this Rabblemaster, and, I'd rather have that to, kill a Butcher of the Horde instead of...
Now, can he not Jeskai the Rabblemaster to the top?
He can, but that's just... I'd rather just Stoke it.
Sure.
Just
completely.
actually kill it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, so that's why I just don't like that play. I don't think the one damage in the lifelink off Seeker is worth having to waste a premium removal spell and Stoke the Flames on a Rabblemaster when we could have just Magma Jetted it.
Both players really deep into the scry. I mean, Chris took a long time looking. Ben's taking the time to think about it. I mean, is that more because of the mull, you think, or just the game state? Did the mulligan really affect them that much?
No, I don't think so. I think both of these are acceptable hands. I think. I think Chris has actually has a chance of winning this game right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, but doesn't have any token generators. I think he does have a Rabble Master in hand, but right now I'm not playing Rabble Master into a Rabble Master when I just block the token and then. So this I don't get. I guess we can enter combat.
So now this is where the Mardu deck picks off. I'm assuming this is a Butcher of the Horde?
Yeah, this is
sure.
definitely Butcher of the
Okay.
Horde.
So
right. So now this is just why this is incorrect.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, we'll put Rebel Master to the top. Sure. I just don't care. I'm gonna get in for 5.
So I mean, at this point, do you even sacrifice the token? He has a tap down Seeker. You can get in for 6.
I sack. And get in.
Oh, because you have to give him haste, correct?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
So I mean, Ben is actually. No, Ben's in a terrible spot. I don't even know. Are those Goblin Rabble Masters or are they Mardu War Chiefs? I can't tell. I assume they're Goblin Rabble Masters and not the...
I would hope they're Goblin Rabble Masters. I don't think he's gone the War Chief plan. So we have a Stoke here.
Sure.
So that gets it out.
I just don't care. Chris has got Crackling Doom, or he's got a Chain to the Rocks, I assume. And then you just taken all of Ben's pressure.
Right off the... Well, the Rabble Master's coming back this turn, so that's automatically going to put something on there.
I think Chris has his own Seeker, so he is playing that.
Sure.
Yes, Chris has a Lightning Strike, which
So is the play there on Ben's next attack? Do we? Oh no. Okay, he's going to Lightning.
So once again, just Seeker of the Waste just is. I mean, it's not the card you want to kill in this matchup.
Would you just not have kept the Lightning Strike to block the Seeker that Ben had, and then Lightning Strike Ben, kill his Seeker?
No, because that you get blown out there by a removal spell.
Okay, so you're just playing around their burn.
Yeah, and so Hurling Outburst is real good here. Mm-hmm. Makes 3 dudes. So Crackling Doom and stuff like that is really bad. And those are the cards that Ben really wants to draw here. He wants to draw his token generators because they just pretty much invalidate Chris's 1-for-1 removal.
Rebel Master, though, that's a solid card. Once again, 2 cards that did you think would ever see play in Standard and be as impactful? Hordling Outburst now more so than ever, but Rabble Master kind of came out of nowhere, was the buy a box promo. Everyone thought it was crap, kind of like a Night Veil Spectre-esque card that we now see a lot of in Standard.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a pretty good card. I didn't think it would be this crazy, and...
there's the Rabble Master of his own.
Yeah, I might have played a Rebel Master last turn, but I guess we get blown out there by Crackling Doom, and it makes Crackling Doom better. But Crackling Doom's still going to be good here anyways. It's always going to kill a Rebel Master.
So he's got blocks.
Yeah.
Nothing really to pump or go crazy with.
And so, like I said, this is the problem. Chris really needs to deal with that Rebel Master. He can hold back his Rebel Master to chump it, to trade. But once again, I guess Ben has Jeskai Charm to get +1/+1, and it just is horrible for us.
Looks like Chris has another Seeker of the Way.
He does have another Seeker of the Way. He looks like he has
a burn.
Looks like he has a Murderous Cut, which I think is actually pretty good here.
Is that what we're seeing?
Yeah, he's definitely just going to Murderous Cut this Realm Master.
Wow.
But he really needs to find another removal spell.
So he's got Trigger. Makes a token. Do you swing with the Rabble Master here?
I think you just get in. It's probably not going to end very well for him, but I just get in. Just crash. He's winning the race right now.
The life totals, I mean, it definitely have kind of been fluctuating. The Seeker of the Way, the life link on that card is interesting to me.
Yeah.
It's. I think it's a great card. I like it for a white card, and I'm not real huge on those, but the additional life link with the prowess is, I think, what kind of makes it. What makes it playable.
Yeah. So I actually like that attack from Chris. So now it puts Sliwa on the question of having to chump with his Rattle Master that he's going to play here. Although, so he has 2 Rattle Masters and a Jeskai Charm.
Now, do the Manus Riders not see play in the Jeskai tokens list at all?
They do not. No.
Why
not
is
tokens.
that? So
they don't make tokens.
They just don't make tokens, so you're not going to play it. I mean, it seems like in a situation like this, Mana Strider's super good for you.
Oh yeah, Mana Strider.
This is where you want it.
Mana Strider would be really good in this situation. But I mean, when people are playing like main deck Lightning Strike and then Crackling Doom and stuff like that, Mana Strider becomes less
optimal.
Good. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
So, I think this Jeskai tokens deck is one in a response to Mardu being popular at one GPLA.
So Ben's in with the attack there, dropping Chris to 9.
Yeah.
No play yet.
So I think Ben's on the line of... This is a terrible line. Ben's on the line of top deck the Rabblemaster. We're not getting anywhere doing that. We're losing that race. And now we're going to get Stormbreath Dragoned.
Oh, jeez.
Just absolutely horrible for us.
So Jeskai Charm, the Rabblemaster.
So, like I said, Ben lost this game when he Magma Jetted Chris's face instead of killing the Rabblemaster that has now been bounced to the top of his deck multiple times.
Twice, right?
Yeah. And still leaves goblins behind. So,
I mean, you gotta love that card for the fact that it produces the goblin pre-combat, which is, just amazing. It doesn't have to wait a turn to make it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just... Oh, okay, Chris holding back a little bit.
I like that from Chris. I think one of the ways we lose this game is if he has land Jeskai Ascendancy in his hand.
Sure.
And then Stoke the Flames. I think we take 5, then we get it. No, I think we're still alive to that. Yeah. So I don't think Ben has any outs there. Pretty sure this game is over. So Ben cannot beat a 4/4.
I mean, what does it take? The monstrous is almost just... That doesn't even matter, right? You're not even factoring that in.
He's not getting the 7. He has no outs. Like he needs Stoke the Flames right there.
Yeah. There you go.
He hasn't had it.
The end of game 1.
So that's surprising result, but as I said, yeah. Don't Magma Jet your opponent's face.
Is that normal though? Like, is that what you would have?
I would have never done that.
Sure.
No.
Sure. So you would have taken out the Rabblemaster, been done with it, and then just tried to fight the ground game.
I mean, I'm always holding my... I'm never just burning my opponent in the face unless I'm killing them.
Okay. Yeah.
Or I'm going to discard a card. Especially when, we both mulliganed. I'm just not doing that. If Ben needed to find a land, then I may have just Magma Jetted my opponent's face, but he didn't. He scryed with his temple that turn.
So Ben really had he had the answers he needed. He just misplayed.
Yeah, I think he underestimated like how potent the 2 extra damage or whatever.
Sure.
Even 1 extra damage in the lifelink was. I think. Yeah.
I mean, from a mulligan standpoint. You said that the Jeskai tokens deck had a better mulligan strategy, or could mull better than the Mardu deck, and I guess Chris is just buying his time at that point. He sees his butchers, he sees the fact that he has Rabblmasters. As long as he can wade through the first kind of length of tokens or creatures that Ben puts out in the burn, his long game is technically better. Yes, that's what he's looking to do.
I think Ben's long game is better, and that's why I think it's just a better deck.
Really?
Mulligan's better.
Okay.
Like, it's playing 4 Treasure Cruises.
Sure. So you're drawing.
It's also
power
playing
later.
Jeskai Ascendancy. So chances that you flood are pretty low.
Yep.
And Chris's late game is pretty sweet. He has Sorens and Elspeths and Butcher of the Horde. So his late game is good. But on a mulligan, what are the chances? Chances are pretty low that you're going to hit 6 mana and have an Elspeth, which is a pretty good card against Ben.
I mean, that Jeskai tokens deck can draw cards. We saw at the 5K that Nerd Rage Gaming hosted last Saturday that one of the players there, Davis, was playing this deck and drew close to 20 cards in one turn.
Yeah,
I mean just went bananas.
He managed to draw his whole deck in one game where he so nicely let us all sit there for 40 minutes after the round was over. So Davis, if you're listening to this, good job, buddy.
That is true. He was playing the deck with an arm in cast, so that makes drawing a little difficult.
Yeah.
It just was. It was an amazing amount of cards he drew, and that was